the sweetheart said, "Oh, this is the wonderful time of my life. Oh, I've enjoyed this. Oh, let me tell you something. Uncle Joe, it's raining and the people are so trying to stay around. How great it is. Oh, it makes me feel happy. Oh, yeah. Just to know we can stand in the rain and sing. And the people are so sweet to stay here. And I come in on let me tell you what I come in on. Oh, yeah. Let me keep. Didn't it rain, children? Rain, oh yes. Didn't it? Yes, didn't it? You know it did, didn't it? Oh, oh yes. How it rained. I said it rained, children. Rain, oh yes. Didn't it? Yes, didn't it? You know it did, or didn't it? Oh my Lord, how it rained. You know it rained 40 days, rained 40 nights. Make my God not fit me right. I went to get to heaven, gonna put on my robe, walk around in glory, tell the glad news. Look up David in the heat of the day, tune up the harp and begin to play. I know it rained, you know it rained. Oh, how it rained, rain too long, all night long. Rain, 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 rain. Did it rain? Children? Rain, oh yes. Didn't it? Yes. Didn't it? You know it did, or didn't it? Oh my Lord, how it rained. Some at the window, some at the door, some crying, Brother Lord, can't you take on more? But no cried out, my friends. The angel's got the key and you can't get in. I know it rain, you know it rain. Rain too long, all night long. Rain all day, rain all night. Rain, 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 children. Rain, oh yes. Didn't it? Yes. Didn't it? You know it did, or didn't it? Oh my Lord. All right.
Yeah, good afternoon, family. Good evening from the 254, 18 minutes past 8 p.m. Karibuni Sana to yet another beautiful conversation and episode of the Africa Today Show. Hope you guys are having a beautiful Tuesday on you guys. And it's been a good one right here. A little bit of rain, but it's been a good day. I can't complain. Shout out to everyone who's just tuning in on the radio station, YouTube, Rumble, Beachwood, and to those who are listening to this later on Spreaker, Spotify, whatever streaming platform you're catching live with us from as well. Karibuni Sana, rather catching me live from Karibuni Sana. My name is Joby, and of course, welcome as we get to discuss literally much more of what is happening today. Literally, how Americans are opening up about suffering in silence due to the economy, the layoff, the mass layoffs, and the loss of jobs. We're going to be talking about this as we look at into details of videos of how people are complaining because this is actually getting very serious. And it's not just America. Many countries are suffering from this. We have so many people who are losing their jobs left, right, and center because the economy is not doing well globally. We're going to be discussing that as our conversation, literally looking at how America job crisis also has deepened. We talk about layoffs. We're talking about 80% surge. This is literally just in 2025, and also looking at literally how this is affecting people again, like I said. But apart from that, we're gonna also be discussing much more conversation. Remember the delectable Negro, if I'm literally calling it, describing it correctly. We've been having literally many videos popping recently of so many young women, men, being on the shock of how this history took place, and why, and questioning how we actually call the savages while white people actually are the most savage people. And also looking at today's history, because this is still very active. When you talk about the delectable Negro, leave alone just that, cannibalism is something that is still very active in today's world. Is it something that people know about? Not really. But we're going to talk about, when you talk about this, the disappearance of children, disappearance of so many black people, and so many people literally, and what this agenda is all about. And also be discussing a little bit on Nicki Minaj is reportedly set to speak on the UN violence against Christianity in Nigeria. I'm going to give just a few hints on what is expected on her speech. I don't want to get or dwell much on that. But before we get started, I want to talk a little bit quickly about what is happening in Tanzania to keep you updated about the current situation currently happening in Tanzania. Like I said, this is not an alleged anymore. This is fact, where more than 10,000 people in Tanzania have lost their lives, and still more. We've had reports coming in during the weekend where so many Kenyans are also being tortured there. When you talk about students, people have been living there, especially Kenyans, majority are suffering and being tortured. They're being captured inside their houses. Others are being stopped while traveling, and you're being forced to actually showcase your ID. If you're a Kenyan, you are in trouble currently in Tanzania. So, shout out to our brothers and sisters who are there. I hope you guys take care and keep out of this puppet dictatorship system. Before we get into that, I want to share a very quick article before we understand the leadership of women in Africa, literally what is currently taking place in Africa. Let me try take a little bit into the Swahili history of how women actually were rulers, how women actually led with dignity, they were respected, and what we're seeing today with people like Samia Suluhu. Why do we have this? But before we get to continue, Karibu Sana Keith, how are you doing?
Asante Sana Joby, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm great.
All right. That's what's up.
All right. Yeah, so as we continue, shout out to Jiba Jaba as well. And to everyone who's just tuning in, Karibuni Sana, and hit that like button as we continue. So we have the forgotten power of Swahili women, and not just Swahili women, but if you look at history of Africa, women were ruling, or women were rulers actually. Women were in many kingdoms given authority to rule, and we've discussed that a couple of times, looking at places like Haiti, where we had women who even fought for freedom. We have places like the many kingdoms, literally, where women participated a lot and contributed a lot in empowering the community or the society. But looking at the history we have today, before we get into Tanzania, they're talking about the forgotten power of the Swahili women, and they're saying, as one Swahili saying implied, a man, and quoting, a man may build a house, but it belongs to his daughter. This was a very famous quote, actually, and it was applying in real life, but it's nothing that today actually that is considered, because if you talk about generational wealth being passed to women, that is still a struggle that we're facing today, as women in Africa, to be specific, where if my husband dies today, the land that belongs to me and him no longer belongs to me. It's gonna be a whole quarrel, fighting. Neither is it going to belong to my children, literally, leave alone even me. It doesn't belong even to my daughters or my sons. It's gonna be always those relatives back and forth fightings, which are very unnecessary. But as the one Swahili saying implied, a man may build a house, but it belongs to his daughter. Before the colonization or colonialism system and foreign rule, women along African and East Coast held remarkable power. They ruled and owned lands and shaped the society in different ways. The power before colonialism was in ancient Africa. Women like the Candice and Kush and Queen Zinga uh, were not exception. They were part of the long traditions of female power. On Swahili coast, women held political office, owned property, and led family lineages through matrilineal, matrilineal, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, descents. And also talking about the wealth and ownership, whereby the records of the 1800s show that women in Mombasa, Malindi, Zanzibar owned real estates, furniture, and farms, and some even rented out property for income. When and the women of all classes, both free and enslaved, had property rights that secured their place in society. The matrilocal system is whereby in many coastal societies, husbands moved into their wives' home, not the other way round, what we see today, where a woman moves into a man's home. And land and houses were inherited through women, giving them economy and social independence. The shift under the foreign rule is that with the arrival of the Omani and European powers, gender roles.
They come about the Omani, they come about the Arabs, the beginning of white Arabs and white Europeans. They switched to, so like I told Africans, women had power in Africa. You're living in a system has nothing to do with you. You think when you women are subjugated, that's because you took on other people's culture. You've been dominated by other people, and you've accepted their culture, and now you think that's the norm. Africa's always been matriarchal, always been the woman's lineage.
Yep.
That's African, not the man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
So Islam and colonial laws slowly stripped women of their political voice. Public spaces became male dominated, and elite women were pushed into seclusion. And in quote, they're calling the Puda as a symbol of class and respectability. And going also deeper, they're talking about resistance in reality. Despite stricter customs, most non elite women remained active in public life, running markets, managing homes, and preserving cultural traditions through dance, poetry, and ceremony. In their own homes, many still ruled as queens, reminding husbands that the house and the power was theirs. And reflection of this is that the story of Swahili women challenges the colonial myths about the silent African women, and they were landowners who were landowners, they were leaders, and their voices, they were voices of of continuity. History reminds us African women were never powerless. The patriarchy brought by the European powers and the Arab colonizers pushed them into the subtle oppression. So literally today, which is something of everything that I've talked about, we've talked about these conversations a couple of times. And I think even yesterday when I was sharing the video of Samia Sulu, and when she was talking about how she's led the country better than men, I was trying to say my perspective of saying, we yes, it's good to have a female leader, but this is not what we expected. This is why you can see most of the Tanzanians actually are very heartbroken, and they're calling her out to step down. They're still telling her, you need to step down, we're not going
And
to
then do
accept
whether
you.
you're female, and then do whether you're female or a male. Means you, if you're corrupt, you're corrupt. Ain't gonna do it whether you're female or a
uh,
male. She's a
I didn't
female. She's corrupt as fuck.
I didn't finish my point, but we've just explained about the colonial system, which explains very well how this shift happened. Because through history, you can see women actually were leaders, they owned lands. Today, I just gave a very simple example, leave alone even um, marriage or anything. Today, I can't even own a land from my own father personally as a daughter, because from the first article you can see it says when a man builds a house, it doesn't belong to him, it belongs to the daughters. The house belongs to his daughters. Today, personally, I can't claim or own a land from my father. My brothers are the only people who can inherit land, only men. That is how the power shift has actually completely changed. But what you look at, if you look at what we have on the screen, exactly this is not the power that actually women now this is not the power that women had. This is all a colonial, foreign political system that we have in front of our eyes. This is not how women used to rule. There were no killings. That is what she's done. There's a video of her, imagine currently, where people have to kneel as she passes like a god. That is what is happening in Tanzania. Uh, News presenters, bloggers, TikTokers, most of them don't have a say, but just by doing challenges, she's saying people should be executed. and a whole lot of things are happening. So currently, the new information on news and updates this particular evening is that she has appointed her daughter and son-in-law to the key government positions. And in a televised address that was yesterday, the 17th of November, we have the Chamwino State House in Dodoma, where Samia Suluhu announced 27 ministers and 29 deputy ministers. Her daughter Wanu Hafida will serve as the Deputy Minister of Education, while her husband, Mohammed Mchengwera, who's a son-in-law, takes over as the Minister of Health. 7 senior officials from the previous cabinet were replaced in a reshuffle. So this is what exactly is happening.
Yeah. So President Samia Suluhu Hassan just named her new cabinet, and it's a family affair.
What?
She appointed her daughter, Wamu Hafid Amir, as Deputy Minister of Education, and her son-in-law, Mohammed Mchengerwa, as Minister of Health. She also brought in Rithiwani Kikwete, the son of former President Jakaya Kikwete. But this is a growing trend across Africa. In Uganda, Museveni's wife is Education Minister, and his son is the Army Chief. In South Sudan, President Salva Kiir appointed his daughter as a presidential envoy. In Zimbabwe, Mnangagwa's son...
These are called banana republics, right? Because this is a banana republic. Africa's the laughing stock of the planet. These are banana republics. You understand this? Got your brother, your cousin, your son, all this crazy shit. Not the best people, your family members. These are called banana republics, where the term came from. This is Africans get no respect globally. This is goofy nigga shit. This is banana republic shit. This means they're like children. Everybody talk to like children. This is child shit. This is not how you run no fucking real government. Oh, this ain't a government. This is some clown shit. And that's why Africans get no respect nowhere. Go to you and everybody say, oh man, these niggas are speaking. It's time to go. These morons are talking. This is a banana republic. This is goofy shit. And you expect to be taken seriously on the world stage from the Chinese and they laugh in your face. Hey, Xi Jinping's son is now the general of the Chinese army. You're like, what? Get your crazy ass out of here. But go ahead, Joe.
Like we discussed earlier today about how Kenya and the Ruto government and his family are benefiting from ensuring Africans are enslaved or Kenyans are enslaved outside Africa. We talked about how they have created this organization, these agencies, agent markets and companies to recruit young people to go work in countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, where they're literally mistreated so bad. And yet we have Ruto's wife and the daughter who heavily benefit from this, including him. So it's a nepotism system. Personally, I'm heavy even on business. I don't, leave alone even politics, even on business. I don't support me bringing my sister here, me bringing my brother, you go look for a job somewhere else. I'm heavy on that, being honest. I don't like having family because, number one, there's always lack of accountability, which is why they are doing this, because the system will keep on collapsing because you're putting people there who cannot be held accountable. They're your people. They're going to do exactly what you order them to do, what the master wants. So when you talk about family, personally, I've seen it growing up with family, and shout out to my dad for teaching me that literally. Despite you employing family members, they need to be held accountable, because it was heavy on that. You're not going to do some bullshit because you think I'm related to you. I'm going to get you jailed. Stop playing my money. And that's exactly what is supposed to be done. You need to be held accountable. But this system we're dealing with, come on, it's a show of Lamborghinis, how many lands they can steal, flexing of power, shout like Museveni's son. They're telling you how they can invade other countries, how they can do things within 24 hours. It's open nepotism and dictatorship and corruption.
And in Rwanda, Kagame's daughter holds a key role in his office. These appointments always spark accusations of nepotism, but for the leaders, this isn't just about jobs for family, but it's a clear strategy of grooming the next generation for power. We've seen this play out before. In Gabon, the late Omar Bongo was succeeded by his son Ali, who had been the defense minister for a decade. In Congo, Denise Christelle Sassou Nguesso is being groomed, winning elections with 98% of the vote, which is crazy, and
I know it's always crazy.
Being placed in strategic ministerial roles. And back in Rwanda, the president's son, Ian Kagame, joined the military, and was quickly promoted to the elite presidential guard, shadowing his father everywhere. Kagame's strategy actually is the same playbook used by political dynasties worldwide, from the Kims in North Korea to the Al-Assads in Syria. So the big question is this smart succession planning, or is it a modern-day monarchy?
It's a modern-day monarchy, exactly what you just called it. But sadly, that's what we're dealing with. Like I said earlier, with the majority and heavy on what Lynn Gugi said. Until we learn, we raise our voices, these things will keep on repeating themselves. It's the same thing when we have Al-Qaeda's, we have people funding us, we have organization coming to tell us how they're cooperating with us. The same old terms and norms and tactics. Nothing is going to change. So the question is, when will we wake up? That's the question. And at this point, I'm heavy on, man, I can help you critically think. You go do your own research. I'm still able to go do your own research. I can't keep on telling people do this and do this. Let everyone save themselves. That is what it is at this particular point. Because where we're heading, there's no time to tell people, hey, we need to move this direction. It's those who can critically think to move that direction that are gonna follow you. Because sadly, we have most of our African people, it is so sad that we're so focused and so distracted with small things distract us and we forget what is really happening. I've seen this strategy working in Africa, especially with the rising demonstration, where these leaders have known they can just bring something to do with entertainment or just start some stupid beef like what is happening in Uganda. I'm still yet to figure out what is happening between Kenya and Uganda, but this is total distraction, because on this other end, Ruto is doing his other things as we focus on Uganda. On those other end, as Ugandans focus on Kenya, Museveni is planning his own ways of how he can steal elections come 2026. You don't see it. So it's a lot of things. We need to be very, very alert on how these political mind games, because they are mind games, how they play along. We have Ghana, before I get to move on to the next conversation as well. We have Ghana, which actually has just plugged itself into one of the strongest data pipelines that is on the continent, and opened a major center in Accra. But is this really a good move? The same thing we saw with Dangote trying to cooperate with Zimbabwe and the pipeline and all that. This is all about stealing of resources. It's never about the people, never about the nation. We need to look at the debts of this country, how they're using the money. Shout out to Ruto, like how we generate income from our natural resources, yet we can't even use it. We have to go back to the IMF and the World Bank. It's not really making any sense.
Ghana just made a power move, and I'm excited because this is the kind of step that can shift the nation's digital destiny. But excitement is not the same as ownership. So I checked the deal to see what it really means for data sovereignty in Ghana. Digital Realty, a global giant, has opened a serious data center in Accra, plugged straight into Africa, the huge cable backed by Meta, MTN, and Vodafone. That means faster apps, tighter payments, smoother cloud, and for everyday people, maybe even cheaper data if the competition plays out right, which is a real win. But when I dug deeper, I saw what the headlines do not say. This move is strong, but only partial. The center is foreign-owned, the cable is foreign-controlled, and the funding comes with quiet conditions around land, power, and tax stability.
Exactly. That goes back to what I was discussing earlier today about
It's all fake. It's all fake again. It's all fake. It's the Europeans funding, the Europeans building, the Europeans gonna make money.
Exactly. It goes back to exactly what I was discussing about Kenya as well. Ruto talking about how we're going to be a first world country. And the question is, what is your strategy? And if I try to remove the global agenda of the first world, we can't even get there, Ruto. We have a very big gap. We are in debt. You're still using the same people who are.
You can't get there until you raise your educational level too. You can't have everybody walking around that don't know shit, so that don't work. Go ahead, Joe.
That is so true. Oh, critical thinking. Yeah, it's critical thinking because our educational system is so bad. So the empowerment of the minds is not even there. We talked about how I said personally, by understanding the deals of the IMF and the World Bank and why African countries are stuck where they are, we go back to the rules, which they have made it very clear. The strategy they use, they give you the loan, you think, this is a rescue, which you have to pay back with higher interest and in their currency. This is the trap, in their currency. And
exactly.
if you don't pay this in time or the expected time, they come tell you again, we're gonna rescue you with this amount of money, which again keeps you sinking in debt. So it's not a rescue, it's not a relief at all. Shout out to Ghana.
Exactly. That's
Not
how
a
it's set
relief.
up. Exactly. It's to have you now. We need some of your assets. We need some of your. We need you to privatize shit, Joey.
So we go back to privatization, and that is what Ghana is actually heading there. Ghana is, let me see, the literally the top highest indebted country as we get to continue.
That tie Ghana into a long-term relationship it cannot easily exit. And we need to ask who benefits most. Yes, Ghana gains speed and storage, but digital realty gains a whole new market. Meta gains a stronger pipe. MTN gains traffic control, and every foreign partner gains access to a region that is about to explode in data demand. And there is a deeper
Exactly.
risk.
The
Data
deals
centers
make no sense.
create
The deals
dependent.
make no sense. Exactly. Sounds of mega food. The deals make no sense unless you're drunk. And you niggas love to drink. You love to get fucked up. You love it. These deals don't make no sense unless you're drinking. Unless you're drunk. Who would sign this deal? The African continent is about to explode because it's the youngest and it's going to be the most populated continent. So you're going to make money regardless, hand over fist. But you morons give away the kitchen sink and everything else. It don't make no damn sense because you can't build shit. It's like you African leaders are retarded permanently. Deals don't make no sense. Nobody would sign them. Go ahead, Joey. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, so looking at Google, Google tells me Sudan has the highest government debt to GDP ratio in Africa, while Eritrea has one of the highest at over 200%. So I bet majority also follow with that, but Sudan happens to be the highest indebted country.
Loops. Once your bank, schools, apps, and state systems rely on one operator, you can't simply switch supplier. The building sits in Ghana, but the master keys still live abroad, and the race is heating up. Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, and Morocco are all fighting to be the continent's digital gatekeeper. So this move keeps Ghana competitive, but does not guarantee dominance. 5 years from now, this decision could either make Ghana a regional cloud leader or lock the country into foreign tech debt, depending on how it's managed. If I put my strategist hat on, I'd say Ghana should now build local cloud companies, invest in a cyber workforce, and secure local energy so the country controls the servers, the pipes, the power, and the bill.
It won't do it because they have not built a reliable energy sector in Africa. Not damn sure not Ghana. Let's go up worse than Kenya. So no, that takes investment. They got to really actually build some shit, which the African moron leader doesn't do. So no, they can't. This can never work without clean, efficient electricity. Shit can't make database and the lights go off every goddamn 3-4 hours. Oh, I'm in the dark again. All the computing power's gone. What? Yeah. They supposed to build the electrical infrastructure first before they built all these data mining centers. You can't do that without power. Go ahead, Joe.
Let's talk in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Ghana.
Yeah, so that is
my thoughts is don't do it. That's my thought.
In Ghana. But as we talk about African countries, we have Nicki Minaj with another opinion about Nigeria. I remember recently she went viral for airing and, of course, having Trump respond about the situation, forcing Trump to talk about how he's going to invade Nigeria militarily if they don't take any action about the killing of Christianity. So
they don't give a shit about no Christians. They don't give a shit about no Christians. They invade a Christian nation called Venezuela because they want to steal their oil. They're bombing innocent Christians. They don't give a shit about no Christianity. And I don't need this moron here. They keep trying to make this moron a thing. This moron, sit down and shut the fuck up, moron.
Yeah, so that is what is said to happen. Personally, I've not seen this speech, but just giving updates on what is expected. Sadly, so many people are excited about this, especially from Africa, because people don't know also what role these celebrities play, especially in this particular state, this kind of a state, what their role is, how they are paid to talk. For people to think they really care about what is really happening. Again, this is not about Christianity, because if she was someone who's making points or is very well educated, you understand this is not about Christianity. This is nothing to do with religion. As
Yeah,
a matter of fact, this is
exactly.
about
She's a
respect.
moron. This is what I'm gonna talk about. This is what I'm talking about Christianity, and she always walk around butt naked, half naked all the time, talking about she gives a shit about Christianity. Talking her songs are all filthy and foul. And she's the harbinger now Christianity. Now that she's washed up, now she gonna try to teach you about some Christianity when all her videos talking about cock, dick, pussy, balls, all this kind of whack shit she's been rapping about for the last 20 years. You don't get this moron out of my face. And you Africans, that's what I'm talking, the ignorance in Africa, about we're happy. Morons, they're not coming to save you. They can't stand your ass. They can't stand your black ass. Okay? That should have been taught to you by your moronic ass leaders. They can't stand your nigga ass. I'm gonna say like they talk. I'm gonna be brutal. They can't stand your nigga ass. They're going there because you got resources that they want. And they're coming to dominate you, dumb. And they're going to murder thousands of you morons. Because you're stupid as shit. But because you should have to be educated to know this. That means something's wrong with the African mind. You are fucking willfully stupid. Because you don't have to go to school to know what they did to you prior. You don't have to go to school to know. I'm sure some of all your people that fled Nigeria and other countries and tell you how they get treated in those countries. So the white man being your savior, but it's Nigeria, and you're just like Jamaica. You'll put your tongue up a white man's ass with him shitting out, with him sitting on a toilet. And everybody knows I'm telling the truth about that. Shout out on TikTok and midnight. That's a fact. Know
So
what you
let me
do.
show you a video of Malcolm X, what he once said about celebrities as we get to move on from that.
Well, they're the worst. What happened, Joe? You still there?
Yeah, you can't hear me?
No, no, your thing ain't playing nothing. It's not playing anything.
Okay, let me try again.
I hear you, but you couldn't hear your video.
Okay, let me do this.
Horn. This included Dick Gregory. And
There you go. Yeah, now we're here.
Trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear. I just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they...
Yeah, so that is Malcolm X with one of the his clip where he once talked about celebrities. But before we get to shift to the next conversation, where, like I said, recently we've been having videos popping up of so many people being shocked, learning about the delectable Negro, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So I want us to talk about that a little bit and relate to how this is still very active today, because this is something that is actually very much happening. Cannibalism is something that is active till to date. When you talk about the disappearance of kids, we talk about this, the disappearance of people, black people, the disappearance of people literally in general. This is something that is still very much active. So I want us to touch on that just a little bit, and then we go to the main conversation: how Americans are suffering in silence because of the mass layoffs of jobs and the economy, how it's suffering. People complain about the cost of living. So many people are moving away from America as well. We have majority of the Black Americans who are moving to Africa, specifically some in Kenya, some in Rwanda. Now Rwanda is actually a visa-free country. So this is Africans to Africans, but yeah, come and visit Africa literally if you're not able to stay where you are. But let me go through the comments very quickly. I see Jiba Jaba in the building. Karibu Sana once again. Ale was saying that okay, that's nice. If you're working from home, I hope you are enjoying your day. Also, he said earlier, can a Kenyan man and a white can a Kenyan man write a will or legally transfer his estate to the wife and children? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But It depends. Most of the times these things happen without even most of the people writing wills. I don't know. And it depends also with the amount of wealth I'd say you have. Okay. Because if you talk about the will and everything, the wealth does count on this particular aspect. But majority of the folks who die and then it becomes just, even despite the will existing, sometimes the wife and the children suffer the most from relatives. This is just something that happens a lot and has oppressed so many women and their children after their husbands are dead. And also see Jiba Jaba says she's the cat bird seat. All surrounding countries are ruled by other despots, so she can run wild until the mega cops are done with her. That is Samia Sulu exactly.
Exactly.
Says the Gen Z is the wild card period. Also says it's crazy Ghana does not control the entire cocoa chocolate industry. Yeah, they don't. And also see
They control none of it.
also the African coffee. That is true. We also talked about that earlier today in Kenya. How we could have, improved and made our things very cheaper if we were processing everything right here, but we barely even control majority of these things. Jeba Jeba talked about the Congo River could power at least East Africa and the Central Africa. Actually, it could power the whole of Africa. It has the capability of that because I think we've discussed this. It has the capability because it streams all the way to so many countries. It has the capability of powering literally the whole of the continent. But I also see says Nicki Minaj's brother is in jail for
For pedophilia. Did he rape her? I think he raped her too. He raped some kids or some shit. You can look
damn.
that. You can Google that. He raped some kids or something like that, Joe. You can look it up on Google. What about getting his ass out of prison? Stop worrying about what's happening to Christians in Nigeria, which you're no good at. I'm of Nigerian descent. So what? So what? Shut up.
According to Google, the senior Nicki Minaj's older brother, Jelani Maraj, is currently in prison, serving a sentence of 25 years to life for child sexual assault. Damn. He was convicted in November 2017 for predatory sexual assault against a child and endangering the welfare of a child. He was sentenced in January 2020 for repeatedly raping his 11-year-old goddamn stepdaughter over an
Yeah, see, he raping her. Yeah, Nicki Minaj. Where about your filthy ass brother? And shut your fucking mouth. Yo, man.
damn.
No, where about your pedophile? Joey said, damn. You didn't know about you know Joby. I gotta do my what Joby said to me. Joby, you didn't know about that? You didn't know about that, Joby?
No, I didn't know about that. I'm surprised. I
I'm surprised too that you didn't know. Get your mind
well,
together.
I don't follow up with these celebrities' life. That's not my type. My thing. Keep up with celebrities like that, like you all wanna assume, but I don't know about this. I just know the sister is a crackhead. I know the brother, not the brother. I know
The
the
sister,
husband.
oh,
Um,
her sister's a crackhead too. I know. Nicki Minaj's sister's a crackhead.
yeah, so she looks like a crackhead because of her behaviors on the internet. For me, they look like a crackhead type of a person. That's why I'm gonna call her a
I
crackhead.
never seen her sister before, so I don't know. What's
She
her
does.
sister name?
She's called Min Long, Min something, Min Long.
Being long. All these loser ghetto motherfuckers always want to give themselves a Chinese or Japanese name. What's with these ghetto morons? Tokyo Tony, China. All these motherfucking ghetto morons. These retarded ghetto people always want to get like some Chinese name. Or what the hell be going on with that?
Yeah, this is the sister. If you
Well,
guys
her
can
name
check.
is her name is Mean Long. What are you talking about? Motherfucker from
That's
Trinidad. Trinidad. My name mean Long. I love you long time.
let me share. This is the sister. If you guys can see the screen, let me share.
Always these always these ghetto hood rat Negroes picking up these Asian names. You don't even know what the fuck they mean. These hood rat niggas.
That's the sister over there. But yeah, I don't know about that. But I also see Ben Uko in the building. Jiba Jaba also was saying, is she popular on the African continent? Curious. Nicki Minaj, oh my god. Are you kidding me? All right, do you want me to answer that or you have the answer already?
You know
Nicki
the
Minaj
answer is yes.
is very famous. Like we have people doing so she's promoted this Barbie life, Barbie type of, Barbie lifestyle
Being
type of
a,
thing.
being a,
So
but being a black Barbie, this moron. Because you know Nicki Minaj is fucked up in the head too from
yeah, so many
racism.
people,
She must have been Barbie.
yeah, many. We were even talking about that today on the reaction time, where there's one of the artists we are from Kenya, where she talks like Nicki Minaj, like she wants to be like Nicki Minaj so bad. In Nigeria, the same. We have other people who are so much influenced by her.
Or
She's famous. If you have the answer, shout out to Ben Uko. I say she disrespected Malcolm X. That is us.
she
Ben Uko
did.
also
She did. That's why we told her to shut her. Yeah, she did. That's why we told her to shut her filthy fucking mouth. You know good eyes. Shut your filthy fucking mouth.
Samuel
Your weak
asked
ass.
what happened to Banner Boy. I don't know what happened to Banner Boy. I don't know.
I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to
I
him.
don't I don't follow up. But as we move on to the next conversation about the delectable Negro. So this lady was talking about how the first American settlers were eating pregnant women and children, and talking about, of course, we've talked about this. Shout out to Keith for talking about the delectable Negro in the book, which you can find online or wherever you can get it. But listen to this.
Settlers. Yes, they were eating the Native Americans. When Christopher Columbus landed in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, they were eating the fucking Native Americans. It is in their fucking journals. Even John Smith journal contains that they used to barbecue, grill, fry, and boil the fucking natives. They would cut them up into chunks and fry them like they were fucking chicken, bro. This is the shit they don't tell you in school. This is the fucking shit they do not tell you in school. This is the unwhitewashed story of America. When I tell you everybody needs to grab this book, they put us in hot frying oil. They put us, Native American and black people, after lynchings, they would unalive, they would cut up the body, keep it as souvenirs, and even consume it. And witnesses saw this shit happen, and some of them would throw up because of seeing this. And then they call us the fucking savages. Literally, they call the Native American people the savages and the black people the savages, even though they ate us on some Jeffrey fucking Dahmer shit, bro. Literally. They had recipe books that had people as the fucking meat. We were the meat. When I say grab this book, but only grab it if you're ready to actually understand the unwhitewashed version of America. Y'all can try to lie to yourselves and learn the bullshit in the schools, but this is going to unlearn everything you learned. If you still see the link there, that means it's still in stock. Grab it because it goes very fucking fast.
Yeah, because I was when I was listening to this, and I've been seeing the reaction of those who are just learning and how shocked they are. I can't imagine for Africans, and the fact that we've been lied so much about this white race. We don't know so much. We still defend them. A good example is like what happened yesterday. You given disrespect, they shit on you, they spit on you, and you go back and say, I'm sorry, sir, can I get my job back? Type things. We don't know so much history about these people. It's not on the light. It's we don't know nothing, and still it's very much promoted for us not to know anything, because we have white people, our governments and our system always telling us how we are cooperating and collaborating with these people from a good point of view, for them to help us, grow economically. Without them we can't survive. Without America, without China, without, come on, I can't imagine this being put somewhere like, like a blue beam project of Africans being told, why people used to eat. This is going to shock so many people's mind. Christianity already is destroying people's mind, those who are discovering the truth. If you tell someone today Christianity is not true, they're like, nah, no way. But let me share this one. We have this lady.
Now, I didn't know that this wasn't common knowledge. And if you didn't know this, that means you don't follow me. But white people have always indulged in cannibalism. They ate their slaves, and they ate black people that were free after the Emancipation Proclamation, after lynchings. If you didn't know this, you don't follow me. And if you don't follow me, you should follow me. My name's Chemistry. I teach Black history. I'm not part of Hillman Talk. I just do this for fun and out of the passion that I have for spreading Black history. And just like everything else on my page, I'm not just feeding you a bunch of bullshit. There are a plethora of books that you can look into that proves that this is a fact. Books like The Delectable Negro, which covers recipes of how to eat Black people. Another book called Edible People, The Historical Consumption of Negroes and Foreigners, and I believe it was like The Cannibalistic Trade. And that's just two of many. But yeah, if you want to know more about the topic, if you scroll down on my page, I have a video called White People Ate Black People. It's very, very informative. So go ahead, learn you something, follow me. I teach Black history. Also tap my link.
They didn't.
Now, I didn't know that this wasn't common knowledge. And if you didn't know this, that means you don't.
They didn't just work us. They didn't just beat us. They consumed us. In his book, The Delectable Negro, Vincent Woodard explains how enslaved Black bodies were treated like food, physically and metaphorically. Our flesh was seen as nourishing. Our pain was eroticized. White enslavers wrote about tasting our sweat, feeding off our fear, and even eating our flesh in acts of cannibalism and punishment. They fed on us spiritually, psychologically, and sometimes literally. Enslaved men were raped and consumed. Enslaved women's bodies were treated like breeding stock and dessert. This ain't no metaphor. It's documentation. They didn't just own us. They devoured us.
And I'm looking at the comments. I was looking at the comments of this video specifically. The first comment got me. And someone was saying they hate us so much. They hate us so much that they had to consume us. But my question is, how do you eat what you hate? That's another question. How do you just consume what you hate? Personally, I know the foods I can't eat. Like, why would I still force myself to eat this? It's just trying to fathom the mind deeper from just what we know. Someone also says, this is sad, but we got to live in the present, not in the past. Everybody has a past, which I disagree, because if we put that bullshit, this is why we're never gonna learn the history. We're never going to learn the history because we want to be ignorant that this is in the past, when this is actually very much present today. That's the problem. We want to live with I don't want to deal with it. We have to deal with the past for us to deal with the present. That's just the problem. We need to stop ignoring. We need to tackle the past, understand how it has affected us, why we're here, why this oppression, why we keep on being at war with these people, for you to know what is happening today. So the ignorance is not going to take you anywhere. Someone also says hamburgers and missing persons every day and month are one found. Exactly. In today's restaurants, literally, people are exposing how the burgers, most of these foods, the fast foods that you're getting.
All right. There's a whole jawbone in my shit. There's a whole jawbone in my shit, Joby.
It's the up and bottom. I can't remember that video, but shout out to that lady. They're finding baby tits, you're finding fingers, you're finding, it's all goddamn, like, no, please, shit, no.
Anytime we create anything, we can be sure of one thing: white people will be there greedily consuming it.
Okay, we're already starting in hot with this video, greedily consuming. First of all, as a Black person who creates anything, let's say a culturally iconic moment that people want to emulate, wouldn't the goal be for people to want to consume that moment from you? Isn't that our goal as a fully integrated melting pot society, to have our culture shared, to have them, step outside the bounds of themselves and have other people consume the things that we create? Isn't that a way of appreciating people? What is it? Do white people hate Black people, or do they love you so much that they want to consume the things that you create? Make up your mind.
But how crazy is it that for years, they were actually guilty of literally eating Black bodies? White people are obsessed with us. They want to control us, oppress us, and if the current culture is any indication, they want to be us.
So again, what is it? Do white people absolutely hate your guts, or are they obsessed with you? Can you decide? Because you're giving two mixed signals here, and it's giving Jordan Peele's Get Out, saying that they want to steal from black bodies.
It's both of them, you fucking moron. It's called the psychopathy you're talking about. You guys are psychopaths. You want to consume us because you can't create. And you want to erase, that's called dating, because they want to erase you by consuming you, lady. So this dumb shit you're talking about social media, because you're a fucking moron, shut your goddamn mouth and go educate yourself with some psychology and understand what this means. They consume us because they do want to be us, but they want to erase us. But they can't erase us because they can't really be us. They can't mimic. Only through mimicking can they create what we do. If we don't exist, there's no mimicking. Go ahead, Joby.
Appreciating their blackness, and I have a feeling she's going to segue from a talk about cultural appropriation and stealing black culture to talk of cannibalism and how you make those two connections.
How you make a connection? Because you ate us, you fucking moron. That's what she tell you. So I don't know how you make those things. How you do it? Because you ate black people, fucking stupid. And you don't want to admit that. You don't want to go to that. You always want to feel comfortable. That's why this has got to be told. That's why they try to erase all history. Because they don't ever change. Times change. They don't. The same wicked shit they did back then is the same wicked shit they're doing today. They're just able to hide it better. But I don't want you talking about what's never none of your history books. They want to make some fake ass Hollywood movie of themselves. How you believe that bullshit? That's why you got shout out to the big nose Ugandan nigga. Listen, Uganda, I'm show some white man in Uganda calling it a shithole. Look at all these poor people all fucked up, right? They won't be able to show you that. They show you all these Ugandans begging. And they can call me Mzungu, give me money, Mzungu, 500 shillings, Mzungu, think I... Stop, he told him, stop begging. I'm not giving you black people shit. But he was pushing this poverty porn so he can make money. That's what they do. Oh, look at Uganda. This place is a shithole. Look how fucked up it is.
I saw the video, but I didn't get to watch it. I just saw the topic of Mzungu talked shit about Uganda, then he got medicine. But we have this one.
I want to sit down for these hard, cold facts. I've never heard that in my life, and I pride myself on being very informed on history with most cultures. I'm Irish. Fun fact that a lot of people choose to deny because it doesn't fit the right race agenda. Irish people were enslaved and actually beaten and raped brutally. Yet I don't.
All right, so your white entitlement showed throughout this video.
No,
white people did, in fact, eat black people and cannibalize us.
No shit, I never heard that. Exactly. They don't want to. You were not slave. You were indentured servants to pay for your trip over here, and you was put in to be a servant for 7 years. That's not slavery, lady. That's called indentured servitude for 7 to pay for your no good mammy and pappies to bring they stinking wretched and impoverished ass over here. But you had to do that for 7 years, and you wasn't worked to death. And I never heard this. I don't give a fuck if you heard it or not.
Black people
in
history.
Or,
and the Irish also weren't slaves. Pause and read.
Exactly, they weren't slaves. They were indentured servants.
And also, the Irish were not seen as white in pre-colonial America. So, no, you cannot compare the chattel enslavement of African people to the indentured servitude of Irish people.
No,
and
exactly. That's why I said that's why I said you were indentured servants. Exactly, black guys. They just other people know history. I know history. You were indentured servants. That was to pay for your raggedy ass trip over to the new world where you can get all the money from black people creating this motherfucker for you. You're welcome. So you only had to work 7 years to pay off your debt from getting your raggedy ass over here because you didn't have no money to pay for the ticket. So you had to promise to be somebody's servant for 7 years with your raggedy ass. Go ahead, Joe.
Very racist meme. And also, unlike the chattel enslavement of my ancestors, indentured servitude was very much voluntary and very much
exactly
mutual agreement. And then you proceed to gaslight black people by saying you don't see me marching in the streets. It's because those things still go on today. Slavery still exists within the prison system. Black men and black women are still being killed disproportionately by police. Even black children are getting disproportionately killed by police. So for you to sit there and say that we're marching and protesting for no reason is just plain ignorant and dumb.
It's not ignorant. They know what they're doing. It's not ignorant and dumb. She knows it's wicked. These motherfuckers are it's black people. These motherfuckers are evil. Do you understand this? It's not that they don't understand. They're evil. Do you understand? These motherfuckers are evil. Not that they don't understand. You keep doing the same shit. They don't understand. They're making mistakes. They don't understand. They don't understand and keep making the same mistake. No, they're fucking evil. Okay? They're evil. They're evil. That's what they are. Go ahead, Joe.
I'm so sick of the lies. I'm so sick of the left twisting every single narrative you possibly can. It's 2021.
And then you continue to proceed with the white victimhood. White people cannot experience racism within the United States. And it seemed like you twisted a narrative to fit yours. So at the end of the day, you're
Woodard draws on a wide range of critical methodologies and texts, including works progress administration interviews, advertisements for runaway slaves, and slave narratives. He writes that when Black Americans describe instances of cannibalism, they tried to understand why and how they had become so delectable, so erotically appetizing to a nation and white populace that at least rhetorically denied and despised their humanity. Woodard begins, the delectable Negro at the intersection of the transatlantic slave trade and the consumptive appetites of white people. While white cannibalism was widely reported in the accounts of African slaves from the 16th century up through the 19th, previous scholarship largely dismissed the accounts as superstition or unfounded indigenous terrors. Woodard validates Black accounts, offering evidence of punishment rituals, including an instance of a slaveholder forcing slaves to eat the boiled ear of a member of their community. Woodard writes how in the autobiography, The Interesting Narrative of the Life of Alouda Ekwano, Ekwano's recurring fears of being cannibalized by Europeans who captured him were intertwined with his homoerotic attachments to white men. Thank you in the super chat. So he had a fear of being eaten by white people. Why were Africans or people taken from West Africa afraid of being eaten by white men? I thought they thought these people were gods. Now we're finding out that they were really afraid of being eaten by white people. Woodard then examines a series of historical incidents where the slave owner's culture of honor is bolstered by the consumption and sexualized brutalization of slaves. The third and fourth chapters of The Delectable Negro include close textual analysis of the works of Frederick Douglass and Harriet Jacobs. Woodard writes that Douglass describes slavery more than anyone else has as a cannibalistic institution and suggests that Douglass may have been raped while he was a slave. Turning his focus to Jacob's incidents in the life of a slave girl, Woodard argues for a more fluid conception of gender and Black consumption. He offers an original interpretation of Jacob's character of Luke, arguing that the variance of fluidity of Luke's desires and gender enables him to survive within a culture of consumption. Woodard also explores white women's roles inside economies of power, sexuality, and gender consumption. Let's keep going. The final chapters of The Delectable Negro trace the notions of consumption to the modern era. Woodard approaches the historical figure of Nat Turner, whose flesh was rendered into medicinal grease.
Remember we showed that movie on movie night, The Birth of a Nation, when he was preaching and he said, "Fuck it, let's go kill these crackers, let's fight." And they showed them hanging him, when Joey showed them hanging him. They never tell you they ate his ass after they hung him and then they ate him. And used the thing, like they said, medicinal grease. So they ate him, then half his body turned to grease and rubbed on their filthy white bodies as medicine. Go ahead, Joby.
Styron's fictionalized 1967 novel, The Confessions of Nat Turner. Woodard addresses Black intellectual critiques of the book and James Baldwin's defense of it. He links the heteronormative and anxiety around homoeroticism evident in the 1960s Black radical movements to the legacy of the rape of Black men during slavery.
Always raping them, and we know that's a fact because we're dealing with a homo naturally. That's why all these homo shits is now, they want to make that normal all over the world. This homo shit. Why would you rape another man? To prove some kind of power. Because that's their culture. It always has been. The shit they've been hiding forever. Now they're bringing it out, making it normalize the shit. That's why you see them normalizing the shit now. They're trying to force it on black people. That's been their culture. They've been raping black men. Been doing the shit. Rape you and then cook your ass and eat you. You talking about savage? They don't want you to know this. Oh, this I never heard that of this. I don't know. Of course you don't want to know this kind of wicked shit that fucks the mind up. Oh, you got black people screaming, "Oh, don't go, girl, we love you." Shut the fuck up.
We see what they were doing. They were eating people, raping men. They were taking children and using them for alligator bait. I mean, these people were pure evil. So, anyway,
thank you, thank you, calling for what it is. Thank you for calling it what it is, evil. Notice they misunderstand. They didn't know better. They're motherfucking evil. Okay? Evil. You don't understand evil behavior, evil conditions. That's your stupid ass. Right. It's evil. I tell you what it is. Evil. That's what it is. Not no misunderstanding and all this other shit. Black people want to be kind. Oh, be forgiving. It's evil. Wicked. That broad saying wicked ass shit because she's evil. Go ahead, Joe.
More sources. The Delectable Negro. You guys can see that here. New York Press. I'll share that with you guys so you guys can read that for yourself. Make sure that went through. Okay. All right, so let's keep going. Cannibals, witches, and slave traders in the Atlantic world. Again, I'll read that. Cannibals, witches, and slave traders in the Atlantic world. The William and Mary Quarterly, Volume 60, Number 2, April 2003. The Omohundro Institute of Early American History and Culture. Give me a second. I'm going to share this link with you guys. I'm going to take that down. Give me a second here. Okay. So now, the William and Mary Quarterly. I'm going to read this to you guys. Now, remember, people were saying that cannibalism didn't happen during slavery. It says these bloody fears were nearly ubiquitous among Africans forced across the Atlantic during the years of the slave trade.
Pause it. Pause it. You know what ubiquitous means? It means it was widespread everywhere. Everybody knew that white people ate black people. It was ubiquitous. This was known everywhere. It got so bad. It means in Africa, it had gotten so bad with them knowing that white people eat black people, it became ubiquitous from all the slave catching areas from Angola, Congo, Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, Guinea, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, all those areas where they capture slaves. It became ubiquitous, well known that these white people ate us. It was ubiquitous. Go ahead, Joe.
Count of his own terror. See, that name keeps coming up. His own terror at the thought that he would be eaten is perhaps the best known of these stories from among the Igbos in what is now southern Nigeria. Though there are others, Isabella Falupo, a slave from the rivers of Guinea, modern Guinea-Bissau, testifying in the same inquest as Jose Manzolo.
Pause it. See, I never heard this. I just named all the areas. He just said Guinea-Bissau, then Nigeria, and then Guinea. All these different places. That's how it became ubiquitous, because it was known. How big that fucking Africa is. They know this. All the way from Angola to Congo, Nigeria, because there wasn't no Nigeria back then or Guinea-Bissau. Guinea, these countries today. That's how it says widespread in these areas that they know that they were being cannibalized. All right? But that's not in none of your goofy history books. Because you don't want to make the white man doesn't want to make him being your God look bad. Him being your fake Jesus being bad. He don't want to show you that. But he's being your Christian sanity while he's fucking eating half your goddamn butt cheek and putting your dick in fucking butter. Putting your dick in butter and goddamn spices and eating on your dick and balls. But he's your God. Go ahead, Joe.
That she believed such things, and slaves coming from other places believed it as well, including those that she met from Alata, now Benin. Now, Benin, it used to be known as Dahomey, which was the area we now know as the Kingdom of Judah, which we see on other maps. So the Israelites in West Africa believed these white people were cannibals and that they were taking slaves to eat. They didn't worship these people as gods. They didn't see these people as superior. They saw them as demons or cannibals. It says it was this chilling fear.
That wasn't until later. They didn't see them as gods until they came back 200 years later with the fake Christian shit, with the missionaries. That's before the missionaries, dude. It's your chronology right. At that time, they seen the white people as savages. They would come and enslave them. They didn't come back and colonize them until 300 years after that. That's when they came out of that goofy missionary bullshit. And the black people's minds are already screwed the fuck up. Oh, white, they're my God. And oh, look at them talking about some fake cracker. Oh, yeah. But go ahead, Joe.
Of being killed, eaten by white cannibals, crushed to make oil, which is what happened in Nat Turner, or ground to make gunpowder that drove some of the human cargo on the ship that bore Jose Manzolo to Cartagena to jump into the sea. We all saw that in Black Panther at the end, where Killmonger wants to be buried at sea with his ancestors. It says perhaps the same fear caused a young Congolese woman, slave to a Congolese master in a village of Marquisate of Dama, not far from Jose Manzolo's birthplace, to take her own life in July 1695. According to the Capuchin missionary Luca Dal Caltanissetta, who was visiting at the time, the woman overheard a conversation between her master and an agent of the Luanda-based Portuguese merchant Francisco Pereira Bravo, who wanted to purchase the woman and her infant son still nursing at her breast. When she suspected the sale would result in her transfer to America, one more time. When she suspected the sale would result in her transfer to America, she seized the child and angrily threw him against a stone, and then grabbed some arrows from the hand of a man and wrathfully used them to pierce her own breast. In this manner, she desperately died. Why did she do that? Because she thought she was going to be sold to America and eaten by white cannibals. This legend that white people were cannibals was backed by one of the sources I just gave you.
And then you pause it. That's already in the Congo. See, I didn't know he was going to mention all the areas. I mentioned all the areas before he started talking. This is ubiquitous. From the Congo, Angola, all the way up to north to Senegal, Mali, fucking Ghana, Nigeria. All the slave areas was at. They were snatching niggas out of Africa. This is where they all know that this motherfucker's a cannibal. So it's ubiquitous, so we know it's factual. But it's not none of our books. It's not none of our books, because you know, good, dirty white bastard, you're not going to write it in your goddamn fake-ass book. That's why it ain't in your fucking book. That's why in your fake-ass history. That's why it ain't in your fake-ass history book. You want to put your fake Jesus and you came to help black people shit in your fake-ass fucking propagandist-ass books. That's what you put in there. That black people's minds all fucked up today. All white people came to give us civilization and all this old shit you're talking. What? What are you talking about? Get out of my face. Go ahead, Joey.
So the Amohandro Institute of Early American History and Culture. It says, I just want to read you guys a little bit of background. This William May Quarterly is from 1892 to 2020. Here's their contact information. If you guys want to debunk them, is their website right here. Let me share their website for you guys real quick. That way you guys can go there yourself and contact them if you want to. It says the Omohundro Institute of Early American History and Culture supports scholars and scholarship focused on the extensive field of early American history. The OI has produced a deep bench of award-winning scholarly monographs on a variety of topics, published the leading journals in the field, the William Mary Quarterly, and sponsored events, including conferences designed to bring together scholars for robust exchange at various levels of career achievement for robust exchange. So now, we've seen that she dashed her infant child. One more time. It says she seized the child and angrily threw him against a stone, and then she grabbed some arrows from the hand of a man, and wrathfully used them to pierce her own breast. In this manner, she desperately died. So
that's the video. If I find a longer version on his channel on TikTok, it's called People's Nation. So I'll share literally on that as we get to continue. But let me go through the comments very quickly, see what you guys are saying regarding the same conversation. I see Big Cheese in the building. Karibu sana, Jason. Welcome. Earlier, I see Samuel was talking about, I remember they used to eat their own children in England back in the day.
Yep, not just England, all of Europe. I told you, well, that's why Joe would look up that last crusade where they had all those children. And they had them down by the ocean. They ate them all. White people went over there and cooked them and made them into barbecued all them kids. They were their kids. They ate them. Ate every last one of them. They were supposed to go to They were going to march for Jesus. They were on the march for Jesus, and they ate their ass. They ain't in your history book, is it? These are facts. They're on the march for Jesus, and they got eaten. Get your ass in that motherfucking pot.
But I see someone also earlier talking about Burna Boy being cancelled in Burkina Faso. Yeah, Burkina Faso is not entertaining any.
No. So they didn't cancel. They just told they ain't allowed to happen. They don't got things. They don't got no type of no distractions with no goopy musician doing nothing. What's he ever done? What's Burna Boy done for people in Nigeria, for black people? Nothing. So why do we need his ass there? We don't need none of these goopy concerts. No, go away.
Jibajab also says, the Hansel and Gretel story.
Hansel and Gretel story, yep.
Little people, the brain. Also, someone asked that the best believe they will do. The best believe they will do it again. Again, if a famine hits America or anywhere they live, them.
Oh, they already said it. I had Joby look. Remember, Joby? I had Joby look up. I'm so I had Joby go look it up again on BitChute. And Alex Jones said, when we go start starving and things going bad, don't think I won't eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. I'll put you on a, you think my children are going to starve? I'm going to put you on a spigot and I'm going to cook you. I'm going to eat your ass. So, hey, Joe, when you get done with this, go to BitChute and say Alex Jones, says Alex Jones talks about eating people. Yeah, I'll eat your ass when the food supply stops and they try to start, I'm going to go out and I'll shoot you in the head and bring you back to my house and we'll cook you over an open pit. And I'll eat your ass. That's right. That's what they are. Why don't you eat some vegetables or something, Alice? Why don't you eat like, will all the vegetables be gone? Yeah, I'll eat your ass. Will all the fruit be gone? You can't catch fish? I'll shoot you in the head, bring you back to my house, me and my kids will eat your ass.
On BitChute, I can't see anything. On TikTok, I can't see anything as well.
Go to YouTube because he's banned on YouTube. But somebody might have taped that. She said, go to YouTube, type and say Alex Jones talks about eating people.
Today it's 5%. We have a collapse.
Yeah, we have a collapse.
Here's why I felt so sick. I'll admit it.
We have We have a collapse.
Eat my neighbors. I'm not letting my kids.
Right.
I'm just going to be honest.
Let's get my kids down. I'm going to eat you.
I've extrapolated this out, and I won't have to for a few years.
Extrapolate. We have a collapse.
Look at my neighbors
we have a collapse.
I'm ready to hang them up, gut them, and skin them, and chop them up. You know what? I'm ready. My daughters aren't starving to death. I'll eat my neighbors.
I'm going to hang you up and skin you and gut them.
My superpower is being honest. I'll eat your ass. I will. I'm combat model, optimal self-sufficiency.
This is so crazy. The fact that this is not even a joke to be taken like that. This is so crazy. This is
not a joke. He's serious. It's not a joke. He's serious. What are you talking about? He's serious.
For people, like I'm saying, there's so many people who don't know this information, what we're discussing. Like we've just said this, that people are getting informed about this and they're getting shocked that white people used to eat black people. So the fact that he's saying, he maybe said this actually openly, not maybe, he said this openly, and some people might not have taken it seriously because you don't know the information about cannibalism and the history that has been literally long existing.
He's telling you seriously. He said, if the collapse happens, I'm not letting my kids down. I'm going to hang you up, I'm going to gut you, and I'm going to eat your ass. Every told you.
The point is have you thought about that yet? Because I'm somebody that thought I could fix this, and I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors. You think I like sizing up my neighbor, how I'm going to haul him up by a chain and chop his ass up? I'll do it. My children aren't going hungry. I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass.
I will eat your ass.
We're going to dig you out of those bunkers. We're going to dig you out of those holes. You make us eat up. Let me tell you something right now.
He played by the globalists.
I'm going to get my hands around your throat. And you know I'm begging for peace right now. You should have thought about that when you turned down Christ a long time ago. You want to meet with me, you Satanist? Meet with me. How about you get on your knees to Christ? You'd meet with my boss right now.
Do it. See how fake they pause that. Pause. See how they use the fake Christ. This motherfucker don't give a fuck about no Christ. They don't use the fake Christ. You're my Christ and I'm about Christ. This is one of the most evilest crackers ever. Talking about some Christ shit. This is the most wickedest crackers ever. This motherfucker right here. This propagandist here. This cat with the hat propagandist. Christ! Because they know they need to throw that fake Jesus Christ in for the morons. For the people back at the people in the cheap seats. And Jesus Christ is my Lord. Jesus Christ. And why are you talking about eating motherfuckers? You don't need Christ. Christ don't want you to eat nobody, dude. And Christ. About Christ.
You can meet with some low-level nobody? I'm nobody. You think Christ would eat somebody? He would never do that. I will. I'm not going to watch my daughter starve to death. Now, you can see it as a metaphysical.
There won't be no more fruits and vegetables. You can't feed your daughter fruits and vegetables. Does she have to eat, does she have to eat people?
It's crazy, and sadly, it might be literally it's in there because we're about to talk about how people are suffering because they can't, apart from just having their food stamps removed and all that. People are suffering. People are complaining about how America is not survivable anymore. You can't survive.
Because people crying when your stomach touch your motherfucking backbone, Joby, you complain about it.
Yes, you have to find out how not your stomach to touch your backbone. Have survival skills. Not like Alex Jones. Don't survive on people's, with human meat. That's crazy.
He said, I'll chop up your butt cheeks, he told you, and I'll hang you up and I'll gut you.
I'll not survival skills. You'd rather go eat a raccoon. I'd support this time. Go find a raccoon. I'll support bush meat at this particular point. Go find yourself a bush meat. If you're a good hunter, if you need some hunting skills, I got you.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the bushman at, Joe? Why can't he go get a raccoon, a gopher, a possum? Why's he got to eat human meat? Gophers everywhere. He's in Texas. He's got possums everywhere. Why don't you eat that? Possums and raccoons.
I'd rather eat the raccoon, not the possum. The possum now.
But okay, would you rather eat the possum or a human? A human butt cheek?
I'm still gonna get the raccoon. I'm gonna find the raccoon. No, I'm sure it's Sam. I'm not eating no big fat rat. No way. But I also see Jason Karibu Sana once again. Juba Juba says, how do a racist have sex with a black person? Same deal. Like, no, it's crazy. How do you eat what you don't like? It's just
They don't care about you're talking about a savage. Remember, they got they're animals, so the animals biology. They don't care about that. Animals don't care about what they fuck as long as they fucking. I mean, they like you because they fucking you. That's what black people get you. Oh, they like me because they put their dick in me. That's what goopy Africans got. That black men and black women believe that stupid shit because somebody slept with your ass. You believe they still don't hate your ass. They're just getting a nut from your stupid ass. I mean, they don't hate your ass still.
And say exactly, no, black folks are no more illusions. Big Cheese, welcome once again, says this is why any black woman who lay with non-black man, I see you as my enemy. You are a POS to me. I agree with you too, Big Cheese. I support you on that big time. Also says it boggles my mind how on earth did this white man get everyone to love him and hate me. This must be an illusion I'm in. It's crazy.
I think about that too. Yeah, I think about that too. Who said that? Big Cheese or Jenna Mosquito? Who said that? Jimmy Jabba.
Big Cheese.
Oh, I think about that too. I said this is the most. That's how you know it's metaphysics. That's how you know it's done from the unseen. Because this motherfucking European is so wicked, so brutal, so evil. You know it's done from the unseen realm. That this is spiritual. Because there's no fucking way this wicked motherfucker can have everybody love him without some unseen shit going on in the background. There's no way possible. All the wicked shit this motherfucker's done. And you see got black people today running around here. Oh, white man's my friend. Oh, white people. What? What? Go ahead, Joey.
It's crazy. Also, I see Jibba says, and they scared us in Africans had a big pot in the village to boil people. What? What the hell? What? The pot to boil people. We use pots here to boil. Mostly it's corns, literally corns and beans. That's what people use. The corns and beans, sweet potatoes, yams. Most of the times, maybe if you want your meat to be tender, that's recommended. Not human meat. God damn, that's crazy. you guys were told all kind of stories about Africa. It's crazy. As we move on to the main conversation, we have literally the percentage of Americans complain about the not only layoffs, but how life is becoming super, super hard. And we might be heading where Alex Jones is literally talking about. Maybe that's the new coming thing, you know. Let me share this as we get to continue.
My corporate job yesterday. And I think that this is the reality for a lot of Americans right now, and it needs to be shared because America is not doing well right now. We have a 94% prediction rate that the recession is going to come, but yet our freaking administration hasn't even made the move to actually say that a recession is coming. And let's actually call it what it is, a depression. People can't afford groceries. They can't afford rent. They can't afford buying houses. They can't afford having babies. They can't afford having the kids in general if they already have them. We are not in a good spot, y'all. I know that I'm just a number in a company, but I thought I was okay. You're going to think that you're okay because you've worked there for so long or you have the right experience. Like, you guys, I have an undergraduate in marketing, a master's in business, 6 years of paid social media experience, both on a strategist and manager level. I have done people management for at least 3 years. I'm a senior level in my career. And yet, when I was hired to do a senior level role, I was forced into entry level positions. I was doing entry-level work as a senior-level strategist, all while at the same time being asked to reduce my workload with AI, and our team was having layoffs every 3 months. I should have seen it coming. I really should have. But the thing is that it was not something that I saw coming, because the day before that they laid me off, I was literally talking coverage plans with another employee who was going on leave for months. How am I supposed to sit there and not think that I'm safe in that moment? I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that we live in a world like this where my manager wasn't even the one that fired me, by the way, or laid me off. It was freaking HR, and they read off a script, but my whole team got laid off. And this is the reality for a lot of Americans right now. My partner is a first responder, so I'm very lucky.
Not laid off, you got fired. That's what we got. No, you didn't get laid off. You got fired. Go, Joe.
Right now, because luckily his job is secure, thanks to the fact that number one, his job is essential, and number two, he has a union behind him. What I will never understand is why corporate agencies have not unionized. We're not allowed, right? We're not allowed. That's part of it. We'll get fired because at least in this corporate world, they're always going to side on the side of business because that's what's making the government money.
They made you believe that. Remember, you white people got rid of the unions. All you racist ass Ronald Reagan, Nixon, we were unionized. They told y'all the union was bad and the niggas shouldn't have unions and the niggas want more money. And if you get a union, it means you get a livable wage. You said that was bad. They told you that was communism. They told you dumb white people that was communism. But you believe every time you hurt somebody, as long as you're okay, it's okay for everybody to be fucked up. That's your white mindset. You people are wicked, evil. So when they finally started getting rid of all of the unions that people had fought for, you had fights in the streets in America. People dying. Fighting to get unions in this country. People dying. Literally dying in the streets. Fighting with corporations, especially up around Jibba Jabba around Pittsburgh and Big Cheese that called the Rust Belt now because it's all gone, the Rust Belt. That used to be the industrial base of America. Now it's called the Rust Belt because all the goddamn industrial jobs are gone because they crushed the unions. Union said you couldn't put that child couldn't do labor. Now they want to bring back child labor in this country. Ain't funny? You couldn't, anybody under 16, you was against the law to work a child. Like the shit you got in Africa, kids working in mines and shit. That's illegal. Through union rights, that was made illegal. But you racist crackers were told this is communism. Communism! Ah, communism! And so you helped your white benefactors erode good wages, good jobs, manufacturers. Remember, Jonathan Trump got it right. You're too stupid in America to manufacture. I'm going to keep it honest. The manufacturing intelligence is gone. You know that takes 25 years to get that back? And then energy's I told you, energy's too expensive in America. How you going to compete with China when energy's cheaper in China? All right, you keep the lights on, but it costs 10 times as much. So you can't compete with the price. But you decided to get out the unions. When the unions say, okay, everybody gets to work a 40-hour week, you must have a livable wage. That's why you got what? And I'm having Joe, we look this up right after she does this, right? What is the average take-home pay of a worker and the CEO, not the owner of the company, the president, what Joby is, the president of the company, right? Their wage and a regular worker's wage. What's the difference? We know when you had unions, the difference might have been 20, 30 to 1. I think today it's like $400 to 1. It's like 400. It's fucking astronomically fucking crazy. It's unsustainable because you got rid of the unions. You got rid of these unions. They told us all communism and don't do it, and the unions would give you a vacation. Reason why we get vacations in America now? Because of unions. You couldn't even take a goddamn week vacation in America without the unions. Go look that up. Reason why you get a week or 2 weeks paid vacation now, which I give because I'm righteous. They never wanted to give you that. It was the unions that got you. Reason why you used to get a pension, they destroyed that. You don't get that no more. Why? Because they took away your unions. You used to get a pension. You put in some money. The company would put in some money. And by 30 years when you got done, you had money to retire off of. But remember, they stole all your pensions back in the 70s. They stole it. Anybody go to jail? Anybody go to jail? Fuck no. They stole your pension money. And then remember, they gave you something called the fake 401k plan shit. Where they get to steal your money, where they make sure they put your money back in the same corporations who are going to steal it. You don't got the right to control that money. So they're already planning, they're already telling you right now they're going to steal your 401k. That's going to be stolen. They already know that's going to be because it's a scam. They set up another scam to steal that from you. Because, but see, when you had unions, even though unions, some were corrupt because you had infiltrated by what? The Italian mob. They wanted a piece of that money. But unions were designed that they run correctly to protect the workers from the company. So you can't just get fired like her for no reason. No one can come and say, you know what? I don't like the way you look today, Joe. Because you're fired. What I did? What have I done? I told you I don't like the way you look today. You're fired. That's what you did. In America, that's how it works today. That's how it works. Remember, you got states in the South called work the right state. You know what that is? A work the right state. It sounds like you got the right to work. No, what it means, I can fire your motherfucking ass for nothing. That's what it means. Yeah, you see how they always say, the white man always talks with forked tongue. You know, it's called a right to work state. He said, well, oh, damn, I got the right to work. Nah, that ain't what it means. That means I got the right to fire your fucking ass for nothing. And nothing you can do but get your shit, get the fuck out. Okay? So that's why everything is so bad now. We now culminated years of them destroying the middle class. Because they were mad. Remember, the rich got mad when you got a middle class and you got workers' rights and you got unions. They spent the last 70 years, these billionaires, and they tore it.
You're breaking.
And this is what you're living with all your jobs shipped to China because you thought it was always about hurting black people and other people. But you should have known, as black people told you before I was born, they said this is going to come back and fuck you white people up. You're hauling out the country. You go back to these business before I was fucking born, they told you dumbass bastards. But you're white. You know, I'm like, they're not going to do us like that. They don't give a fuck about you. They hauled out the country for their own selfish benefits. They destroyed the country. And I'm telling you now, it's irreversible. This is the scary part, white lady. It's irreversible. America's got to go through this collapse. I think it'd be a good thing. But it's got to. It's mathematically impossible for the United States to be saved. They're trying it now with that Bitcoin shit. And shout out to the Russians who told right. I think Americans gonna try to scrap their debt and put in some fake Bitcoin that they created. Yeah, everybody, Yamamoto, Yakasobo, whatever the fuck his goofy name was, created that Bitcoin shit. That was a goddamn American CIA created that shit. Whatever his damn name is, Yakamoto, Yakasoba, whatever fake name they gave him. I mean, whatever kind of made up name they gave him. But so it's gonna get even worse because they hauled out the country. Understand this? And you white people cheered it. You motherfuckers love Ronald Reagan race his ass with that fake trickle down fucking economy. That trickle down nonsense. Give the money to all the rich and the rich will make jobs. Did you see the rich make any jobs? Because rich people don't make jobs, stupid. They destroy jobs. They go and gut businesses. That's why you getting gutted. Rich people don't make jobs, dummy. And that's been known. The wealthy don't create no fucking jobs. They destroy jobs because they're selfish. They want to steal all the money for themselves. They don't create shit. That's trickle-down economic bullshit that you've been living under. And everybody knows, oh, it didn't work. They know it then, it didn't work then. But they did enough PR. They did enough public relations for you stupid-ass white people to go along with slitting your own fucking throat. Because you thought, see, they didn't care about you. Your mom and dad didn't give a fuck about you, white lady. They want to slit your throat because they were worried about black people having it. Remember, they didn't want black people in the union. You guys remember that? Blacks were not allowed to have a living wage and be in the union and get good. And no niggas that belong in the union. Because this is for white people to have good wages and be able to feed their kids and go to school. You niggas don't belong here. Right? Remember that? Remember that. But then eventually they told you the union ain't no good for nobody. Right? So you goofy motherfuckers, them not teaching your own history about the union fights that were happening in the world, right? They convinced you through your racism that unions were now bad. That's why we don't make no money, but all the money went to the top. Hold on, Joby. Show right there. Open another tab and Google it, and let's ask Google and say what is the earning gap? Say what is the earning gap between the ordinary worker of a company and the CEO of a company? What is the earning gap? It's got to be damn near 300, 401. You know that sounds like 300 times what a worker makes. And remember, the CEO, he does the less. He don't do shit. He doesn't make the damn equipment or whatever the company's producing. The workers do.
Come again. What's the earning gap between the federal worker and?
Not the federal worker. Say what is the earning gap between a company's worker and the company's CEO? What's the earning gap between a company's worker and a company's CEO? What is the earning gap? See, when you had good unions, you couldn't earn 300 and 400 times what the goddamn regular worker is making.
Just a minute. According to Google, the earning gap between a company worker and a company CEO in America varies significantly by the company, but the ratio of CEO to median worker pay can be extreme. For example, Ross Store's CEO to work pay ratio is approximately 2,100 to 1.
It's extreme. So it's 2,000. I said 400. So it's 2,000. I'm all the way fucked. I said 400 to 1. It's 2,000 to 1, Joby. 2,000 to 1 is astronomical. It's astronomical. It means the workers don't get shit and the damn CEO makes all this money for not doing shit because he's not the one working. He's not the one creating what's ever being sold. So it's astronomical. It's 2,000 something to 1. I just said 400 or 500 to 1. I'm 1,600 behind, Joby.
Mm-hmm.
You what? What? And you ain't burned this motherfucker down to the ground yet? 2,000 to 1? My God! So let's say the average salary. Let's say the average. Let's do average salary. Okay, I want you to go do this and Google this. Okay, so let's say the average salary. Let's be kind. Let's say $50,000. Say what is $50,000 times 2,000, Joe? What is 50,000 times 2,000?
In dollars, right?
In dollars. What is 50,000 times 2,000? Because they say it's 2,000 times the salary. That's the average. So it's probably more than that. So what's 2,000 times 50,000? What is that? Because that'll give us the annual salary. I mean the average salary of these CEOs because they're 2,000 times. It's the average. So that's not even. So a lot of places higher than that. This is the average. 2,000 times. 50,000 times 2,000. So we got to go 2,000 times the average price of a worker. So we're gonna say the worker's making 50,000 a year. So what is 2,000 times 50,000? What's that? So we know what the CEO is making.
Just a minute.
Anybody looked up in the chat room? What is 50,000 times 2,000? What is 50,000 times 2,000? What is it?
I think 1 billion, if I'm not wrong. 1 billion, if I'm not wrong. Literally, according to my calculation.
Damn, it can't be that high.
It can be that high.
Is it that high? Is it 1 billion? Is it 1 billion?
10 million. Sorry, 10. That is
10
10
million. 10
million.
million. No, that's 10 million. Okay, that's okay. So while you're making $50,000, the CEO is making 10 million, Joby, a year.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's biasness at the highest level.
That's unsustainable. That let you know, without unions, that's how far you went. Because now the CEOs can now say, we're going to make 2,000 times more than an average worker. That's unsustainable. That's why everybody's getting fired. That's why companies are moving to China. Why things don't work. Because of the greed factor. Everybody knew that greed was always going to be a problem with white people. Or any people. That's why you had unions, to offset the profits. You can't have a CEO make all the profits of the company. Now you're not paying your workers a livable wage. And I gave them $50,000. That's a livable wage. Most of them are not making $50,000. I think the average salary in America is like $30,000. So it's even more than that. Then I think the average salary in America is like 35 grand. The average.
As we continue,
Go ahead.
Point
right now is not supporting people. It is supporting business.
Exactly.
You are just a number, unfortunately. So please,
you got no unions.
Prepare yourself for shit like this. I wish I would have. I wish I'd been applying to other jobs months ago. I just was so dumb to not realize the signs. I want to talk about it. I think people need to talk about it. I think we need to make this more public. We all saw the jobs report. It was awful. Getting laid off on the day that the jobs report goes out, and it's 22,000 instead of 75,000 new jobs. You know how discouraging that is? If you know of anything in the marketing space, let me know. Use my comments as a way
no jobs, lady. You're not going to get another job.
50,000 black women were laid off.
Yep. Black women.
People getting fired from LinkedIn.
That's what, and remember, LinkedIn is the job. LinkedIn is the job platform. You're getting fired from the job platform of people looking for jobs. So that's how bad it is. You're getting fired from the place that's looking for jobs. That helps people look for jobs. LinkedIn is a company designed to help people look for jobs. And you're getting fired from there because there's no jobs. Go ahead.
With people's jobs with AI. Yep. It's finna get, I'm about to say it's finna get serious. It's serious. And it's going to get worse. More black women are going to get fired. And black men. People don't know where their last meal, not that last meal, but next meal is going to come from. People don't know how they're going to pay their bills. Dog, this economy is effed up. The job market is complete shit. People are suffering. And then I be coming across these videos where I understand people trying to motivate people by saying, man, this is the time to start a business. Motherfucker, if people don't have
no money, how they going to support your business? Exactly.
Your business.
People got, people got no money. How you going to start a business doing what? They don't got no money to buy your shit you still make or the shit you're selling. Now in America, they don't. Now, you better get out this country. Now in this country, they don't. Hey, stupid shit you tell, go start a business with what? The little bit of money I got left to pay my motherfucking rent? If I don't pay that, I'll be put out in the street. And now Trump and the Republicans have made it homeless. I mean, I made it now a criminal for me to be homeless. So now I'll be scooped up and now I'll be put in prison and do some slave labor because I can't afford to live in an apartment. The fuck are you talking about? Start a business where? Start a business doing what? Fuck is you talking about? Sound like a goddamn moron. Get out of my face. Start a business. You know how much it costs to start a business in America? Hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay? I don't got that. Gotta pay rent. I don't got that. So what are you talking about? Sound crazy as cat. I don't know who been saying that. I heard nobody say, let's start a business. Start a business with motherfuckers broke. I had motherfuckers just told me that the movie theaters in America are asking for a bailout because people can't afford to go watch the fucking movies no more. I ain't been to a movie theater since my kids were kids. That's 15 years ago, right? So you imagine you're going to pay a ticket. How much the average ticket You go watch a movie, like $25. Then you're talking about popcorn. Popcorn's like another 30, 40. A Coca, a soda, $10 or $15. You're talking about $200 to go watch some funky ass movie when I can just turn on fucking Netflix. Are you crazy? I can't afford nothing but Netflix and chill. I can't afford to go look at no damn movie. Hell, you talking about? So that, you can't even afford to go to me to start a business. Start a business doing what? Only business that work today right now is if you're selling booty. You gonna sell some booty? That's always a market for somebody can sell some ass. Because you're depressed. I'm depressed. I got somebody to get some ass or something. What business you talking about? Unless you're gonna find you some women that can go sell some ass, you out of luck. Go ahead, Joe.
Why would you start a business? Because who's gonna buy the shit? Some people don't want to start a business. They want to use their degree. Doctors were getting laid off. Nurses getting laid off. This stuff is affecting everybody, bro.
Yeah, I got to call Nish. I had from Nish in like 2 months. I got to see if her ass laid off. Shit. Shit.
If you don't believe in Jesus, you might want to start. You might want to throw up a prayer. Because it's going to get worse.
That prayer ain't going to work, nigga. You've been praying to Jesus and the shit still happens. Shut the fuck up. You know, I'm going to believe in Jesus.
It is a darn shame.
Why Jesus didn't stop this from happening? Shut the fuck up. Jesus, nigga.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but somebody needs to say it. The job market in 2025 is a joke. It is not what they're saying it is. It's not all getting better. It's not all these jobs added to the job market. There may be jobs that have been added to the job market, but I promise you, they're not the jobs that we all are thinking about. These are not career jobs. These are not corporate jobs. There is an abundance of companies that have been cutting jobs across the board for the last year. Audi laid off employees, Stellantis laid off employees, a bunch of other automakers laid off employees. You had Microsoft kill 9,000 jobs last week. It is happening across all sectors. Transportation and logistics companies have been firing great employees at probably, I would say, a record pace for what I've seen in the last 15 years in the transportation and logistics industry. You have top earners, top sellers, top dogs in the company getting canned for no reason. It happened to me back in 2023. I was a VP with the highest sales numbers in the company, and I was let go. And it wasn't just me. It was my entire team. It was the entire sales team. We were all canned for no reason, terminated, given papers to file unemployment and told to walk. And the reason they listed was performance. That's what they said. The states wouldn't help us. Nobody would advocate for us. Lawyers didn't want to get involved. And we all lost six-figure salaries overnight. Nothing is getting better in the job market right now. You know, I'm one of the people that voted for Trump. And I got to say, I'm highly disappointed in Trump right now. I'm highly disappointed in the lies that are being perpetuated.
Well, you know the lies with it. But you know the racists wasn't going to be able to stop the job market. Hey, I'm going to tell you now. It's going to get even worse. You're under, okay, let me be honest and hurt a lot of people's feelings. Okay? America's under collapse. You're dealing with an empire collapse happening. And it goes through stages. We're in the 6th to the 7th stage of it, absolutely everything coming down. Okay? You're in a system now, we don't make shit. See, and you can study this. I told you, go study collapses from Rome to Portugal to Spain to England when Great Britain collapsed. Don't make shit, right? Great Britain. Now America's the latest one. Don't study it. It all follows 7 stages. Remember at one time we were the manufacturing giant on the planet? You put your currency out there. To keep your currency as the world's currency, you must go into debt. You must go into debt. And then eventually the debt becomes so crippling that now your money becomes devalued. Then you start what? Debasing the currency, and then you start what? Shipping your manufacturing someplace else. America just done every other empire done, like Britain. When Britain lost its manufacturing, came where? To America. America's losing its manufacturing, where to go? China. You're under the stage of collapse. You can think, oh, I don't stand the job market. I don't know what's going on. Let me tell you what's happening. It's not going to get better. Okay? You're under empire collapse. America's going to collapse. It's going to become a third world country. Okay? That's what's going to happen. You're going bankrupt. They're going to try to save it through the Bitcoin bullshit. Whether it work, I don't know. They better do it. Within 5 years, that's why your dollars, the reason why everything's so expensive, that's called inflation, because the fake dollars that they've been printing, now when you print more dollars, it means your dollars are becoming worthless. There's too many dollars out there. They print too many fake dollars. Okay? Your money's fake, based on nothing. So when you print too many dollars, it debases the currency. So now you have inflation. That's why you buy 3 items at Walmart, cost you $150. You're like, what? These are 3 items. That's right, $150. Because your dollars are worthless. Right? Your dollars are worthless. And so you're dealing with now that everybody knows the dollars are worthless. Nobody wants to buy American debt, the bonds. Right? Remember, your U.S. bonds were always your safe bet. And everybody would buy, the whole world would buy what? U.S. bonds to prop shit up. But nobody wants to buy American debt no more. They know it's a losing bet. They want to get rid of the bonds. And so America's been allowed to live a fake existence of being wealthy, right? So America, oh, we got all this shit. Look at what America has. We don't make none of it. And so we've been getting people shit shipped to America for fucking free. All these gadgets and shit, they made in China, Vietnam, or wherever the hell they made. And you've been getting it sent back to America based on the value of this fake dollar. You've been giving people fake dollars. And now people say, we don't want no more of your fucking dollars. We don't want no more of this fucking filthy shit. It's not worth, it's worthless. We don't want no more of your goddamn dollars. And so when that happens, that's why you got to have wars and go knock a motherfucker in the head. Say, yeah, you'll take this dollar, we'll kill your old people. Right? That's what wars are about. You'll take the dollar, we'll blow Joby and the whole fucking family and a little dog. We'll kill all you motherfuckers. You better keep using this dollar. You understand that? Or we'll steal everything in the house. But that's coming to an end too. Because you can't make weapons. Because you know why you morons did, you white morons? Because China controls your rare earth minerals to make weapons. And China said, we're not selling you idiots no more rare earth minerals. So no more planes, no more guns, no more tanks. That's what makes all your weapons. The rare earth minerals coming out of Africa. Because they mine the shit in Africa and then they process it in China. And China said, we're not selling no more of that shit to you. And what are you going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. You don't manufacture shit. You can't do it. You don't got the rare earth minerals to do it. You got rare earth minerals in America, but you don't got the plants. You know how long that takes to design? 10 to 20 years. So you'll be technically behind 10 to 20 years of any real military. And you'll get swamped. They'll destroy your ass. Okay? So that's what happened. Read the comments before we get out of here.
All right, I see Jibba Jabba saying people in Pittsburgh are brainwashed and say the union demands are why the steel industry went under somehow. And Big Cheese also
they said why the steel industry went under. What did you say again? Say it again.
People in Pittsburgh are brainwashed and say the union demands are why the steel.
The union demands, exactly. See, they told you. They blame the union, Joby. They believe the union was how they lost the steel company. No, moron, you lose the union. Now the billionaires to strip your shit and send it to China, you idiot. But they still, that's I'm talking about, they dumbed you down. The union, which doesn't own the company, is why the steel mills closed and all the best steel's in China. Oh, okay. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Not fucking morons. Go ahead, Joe.
They allowed all these Latinos into America to help destroy the unions.
They did.
Big Cheese
Cheap
says
labor. That's true.
Wall Street ruined the unions as well. That is Big Cheese. And
Of
says,
course.
and we have fire at will here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sorry. And also see Baron Scott in the building. Karibu Sana. Hope you're doing great today. Nice to see you. Jibba says in the 1960 blacks had to sue labor unions in Pittsburgh for jobs. I also see John Mosquito in the house. Welcome.
Because they never wanted black people to have decent wages. They had to sue the unions to get in them. Exactly. They didn't want black people. Remember, blacks are supposed to be on the bottom, like an ass, shut their mouths, live in poverty, and be happy to be in poverty. Be happy to stay there, nigga. Live in dirt, shitholes, and shut your mouth. Go ahead, Joe.
Byron says they used hatred to exploit them and destroy their own people.
They did that, and that's exactly right, Byron, and it worked perfectly. That's why that little white girl's crying. Oh, we can't afford. Blame your daddy and your granddaddy. We told you what was gonna happen. Now you're living it. Oh, we can't get you, and you're not gonna get one, lady. You're not. And they took away your food stamps because you thought black people were the ones getting it. See, you didn't vote against to even have food. See, right now, if you didn't vote against black, you thought black people getting you could at least, you got no job and you're gonna start. You could at least went down to your local office and applied for SNAP and got you some food stamps, white lady. But now you can't because your racism. You said, "You're the guy voted for Trump." Your racism made you believe that black women were getting the food stamps when they were not. And now you're all fucked up. Go ahead, Joe.
John Mosquito, my bad. My math was not mathing. I was doing the exchange in Kenyan currency, so that's why I'm really sorry. But anyway, Jason says nothing down here is forever, and nothing. Byron says this whole economic system is nothing but a
Ponzi scheme. It is, and that's a fact. You can't keep a Ponzi scheme going by exactly. That's why it's going to collapse. It's a Ponzi. It's fake. It's fraudulent. It's a Ponzi scheme. Got fake money, fake evaluation. And like I said, how is Tesla and Elon Musk he's going to be the first trillionaire when Tesla has never made any money? Nothing that Elon Musk has ever been involved with has ever made any fucking money. What, you like, what? How the fuck has he worked any money and everything he's built has never made any money? He's never made another. It's all based on what? Stock, fake evaluation. The valuation is fake. So you know the stock market got all the evaluation. That's why I want you to put this up. I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna tell you who knows what I'm saying is true. Put this up real quick for religion. Say Warren, Warren Buffett has pulled his money out of every stock on Wall Street. And he got like $300 billion in cash. It's all over bank. Say Warren, Warren, Buffett, Buffett, has pulled all his money out of stocks and put it into cash. How's Elon Musk a billionaire and he's never made shit that made any money? Because those are fake stock prices and fake evaluation.
They're saying the recent reports of an individual named Puffer pulling all their money from stocks into cash appear to stem from...
Name who? Name who?
Puffer.
No, not Puppet. Buffett, Joby. Buffett.
Buffett.
Buffett. Buffett. Buffett.
Okay, sorry. I'm hearing Buffett. My bad.
Oh, yeah, I'm like, who the fuck is Buffett? Warren, say Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett. Buffett. Warren Buffett.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so Google says no, Warren Buffett has not pulled all his money in stocks into cash. His company, Berkshire Hathaway, still holds a substantial stock portfolio, which is valued at over $250 billion in managed securities, but has significantly increased in cash and short-term investments.
That's a lie. He put see that's how they lie. Google's lie. He says he's trying to say, oh, he put a significant. He put all his money out of the stock market, all of it, and put it all in cash. See, this to keep the stupid people because they asking because they know he did it. Because they scared because they want you to keep your money in stocks and bonds. So when it collapses, you be holding the bag. See, remember the rich people get out the stock market when they know it's overvalued, and they leave the morons in there. So when it crashes, you lose all your money. They don't. So this is a lie. Warren Buffett has been pulled his money out of the stock market because it's overvaluated. Because like I said, how the fuck is Elon Musk, he might be the first trillionaire, what? And never made a profit. You think he bought Twitter and all this other shit? He ain't never made a profit. Motherfucker never made a dollar bill. How's he worth $billions of dollars?
Yeah,
so let you know that the stock market is about to collapse because it's overvalued. That's why I said you're under the perfect storm, guys. It's going to be like 1929 times 5, right? 1929, we had the Great Depression times 5. Because the stock market is phony. It doesn't work. It's fake. Like you said, like Byron told you, it's a Ponzi scheme. And every Ponzi scheme must come to an end. Must come to an end. And we're at the end of that. Say Warren Buffett is, no, that's not true. Warren Buffett's kept his thing in considerable. That's a fucking lie. Everybody knows it's a lie. And we're going to prove that. Okay, give me 3 more minutes, Joby. Go to TikTok real quick and just type in the same thing. Say, just say Warren Buffett on TikTok. Say Warren Buffett has pulled all his money out of stocks. That's all. So you gotta say.
Okay.
And everybody knows this is a fact. Everybody knows it's a fact. Everybody's been talking about it for months. Because the stock market's overvalued. How is Tesla worth whatever they talk about $7 billion and Tesla doesn't make any money? You seen the quarterly earnings of Tesla? Tesla don't make shit. It's broke. So what is he talking about? How is Tesla worth the trillions of dollars it's saying the billions of dollars it's saying it's worth, and it doesn't make a goddamn dime?
Warren Buffett is hoarding cash if he knows something we don't. $381 billion sitting idle while markets rally. Berkshire's profit jumped 34% to $13.5 billion last quarter. Insurance income surged over 200%. But here's the twist. 0 stock buybacks. 0. The S&P is up 16% this year, but Buffett won't even buy his own company's shares. He's actually selling stocks for $10.4 billion gain, building the biggest cash fortress in Berkshire's history. Buffett steps down as CEO in weeks. His successor takes over with $381 billion in dry powder. Last time Buffett hoarded this much cash, right before major market crashes.
Crash. That's exactly. Exactly. He did that back in 2008 when the whole market, they had to save the market because the whole world economy was going under because they fucked up again with the Ponzi. But they never fixed it. They doubled down on it. So he knows what's coming again. He sees, this is fake. This is phony. Let's get this shit out of here. Because before 2008 crash, remember the whole world economy, they took it down. Whole world economy was taken down. But Warren Buffett got all his shit out the stocks. But this time, oh buddy, ain't no saving it this time. It's gonna be 10 times worse. And all our little fake, we're gonna be wiped out. All your Social Security, that's gone. All your fucking 401k plans, I told you. Your 401k plans are on what? In the stock market. They gonna steal all of that. They gonna steal all of it. They gonna steal all of it.
But as we wind up, I see Big Cheese was also saying 2026 plant the garden to grow the staple vegetation. Big Cheese says they don't cut the weed money out. They have legal weed business all over Chicago owned by white people. Byron, so as last time I went to the movies, I went by myself to see the new Predator movie, and that cost me $30. And Byron also asked, this was
wasn't too bad.
Many years ago. The collapse of the last Europe empire is the United States. Big Cheese also says, I was at the Chip Tall. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct. Chip Tall restaurant. A white guy was trying to get there. They were asking him 1,000 questions, like it was a government job. It's crazy out here. And also asked that the only jobs available now are low wage jobs without health insurance and
nothing. Exactly.
20 hours a week. Bajaba says also your dog to bark at and bite white people. Well, I don't. My dog doesn't even get out, so nah. I'm good. It's safe, and we're safe. Jason says with all the immigrants in the U.S., that's to replace black folks that's being killed or disappeared since slavery. And Joby need a mastiff huge dog. Oh no, I can't handle a big dog. Mine is small and nice. That's what's up. Jason says my aunties and uncles grew up during the 1929, Great Depression. Black folks just kept working in the fields. Everyone else was dying, committing suicide, or was dealing with being poor. And also adds, all the American Mexican think they're living good, nice cars, new homes. Wait until it really collapse. And yeah, also Jibba Jabba is asking, is that a damn woodpecker on your car? That's what's up. As we wind up,
that's my woodpecker. Jibba Jabba, don't you worry about it. until you got to feed it, that's when you worry about whether the woodpecker.
Feed the pet, please, Jibba Jabba.
Yeah.
Feed the woodpecker. That is kids' pet.
Jibba Jabba ain't help me feed the damn thing. You be quiet, Jibba Jabba.
Much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful rest part of your day. Thank you so much to everyone who has tuned in and, of course, engaged in the conversation. See you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Be safe out there. Don't eat no humans. Find yourself a raccoon, not a possum. That's all I'll recommend. As my
Find raccoon and put it in a stew. And say Yahoo. Like you're what did Joe used to call him? What Joe used to call Alex Jones? I forgot what she used to call him. Something. The globalist ain't gonna put you in a pot. He gonna cook your ass, Joey.
I'll do a raccoon, but it doesn't look too good too. But anyway, much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful rest of your day. See you guys tomorrow, same time, same place.
Much love, family.
With the same song there is a jam. It started with which Jibba Jabba said it's a good job. So I'm gonna wind up, wishing you guys a beautiful rest part of your day.
All the sweetheart see. This is the wonderful time of my life.
What song is this, Joby?
Oh, let me tell you something. Uncle Joe?
It's called Didn't It Rain. By Sister Rosetta Tap, if I'm pronouncing it correct.
Who requested this? Jibba Jabba or somebody?
No, I played it when I was talking.
Okay.
And the people are so sweet to stay here.
Oh, that's okay. That's what the crazy rock and roll.
When I come in on. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! In your stomach, touch your backbone. Oh yeah! Go ahead, Big Mama, play that thing.
Didn't it rain, children? Rain, oh yes. Didn't it? Yes, didn't it? You know it did, didn't it? Oh, oh yes, how it rained. I said it rained, children. Rain, oh yes. Didn't it? Yes, didn't it? You know it did, or didn't it? Oh my Lord, how it rained. We only wait 40 days.
Hello, hallelujah.
God, not fit me right. I'm going to get to heaven. Gonna put on my robe.
Peace, family.
That Big Mama Thornton, she jamming, Joe.
Look up there.